Hello and welcome to the Immersive English Podcast. I'm your host, Natalie.
And I'm Max. It's great to be with you all today. Natalie, we have a very controversial topic to discuss.
We do. We're diving into one of the oldest debates in history. What makes a better pet? Cats or dogs?
That's right, and I'm on Team Dog. Dogs are loyal, fun, and always happy to see you.
And I am proudly on Team Cat. Cats are independent, clean, and know how to relax. They bring a serene or calm presence to any home. We all know cats are the correct answer.
Oh, I don't think so. Let's start with energy levels. Dogs are fantastic because they encourage you to be more active. You can take them for a run, have them fetch a ball in the park. They keep you moving.
See, you say active, but I hear a lot of work. Cats have a much more calming energy. There is nothing better than reading a book with a purring cat on your lap. It's peaceful.
Peaceful? Don't they just sleep for 18 hours a day? I mean, my dog greets me at the door, tail wagging, so excited I'm home. A cat just glances at you as if to say, "Oh, it's you again."
They are just more selective with their affection. Okay, let's move on. What about cleanliness? I think we can both agree that cats are the clear winners here. They are always grooming themselves.
Okay, I might have to give you that point. Dogs can get a little messy, especially after a walk in the rain, but that's just a sign of a happy dog. A little mud never hurt anyone.
I prefer my house without muddy paw prints, thank you. Plus, you never have to give a cat a bath. They take care of it all by themselves. No smell, no slobber.
Dog slobber is just a sign of love. But fine, cats are cleaner.
Let's move on to the next quality, independence. I think a cat's independence is one of its best qualities. They are self-sufficient. You don't have to rush home to let them outside. They're happy to just relax on their own.
You say independent, but I say distant. Dogs need you, and they want to be with you. They become a real part of the family, involved in everything you do. That reliance creates an incredible bond.
A cat is part of the family too. They just don't need to announce it constantly. They show their bond in quieter ways, and they won't try to steal the food from your dinner plate.
No, they'll just sit across the room watching you, probably planning something. I'm pretty sure every cat has a secret plan for world domination.
That's not true. Okay, how about trainability? I'll admit, dogs are easier to train.
Exactly. You can teach a dog so many commands. Sit, stay, fetch. They genuinely want to please you, which makes training a fun and rewarding experience for both of you.
Well, you can train cats too, you know. They're very intelligent, but they have to want to do it. It's not about pleasing you, it's about them deciding it's a good idea. It's a partnership.
A partnership where one partner does what they want whenever they want.
Well, Max, it's okay if we don't see eye to eye. Everyone is entitled to their preference.
I suppose so. And of course, cats and dogs aren't the only options. What about some alternative pets?
That's a good point. For people who want a very quiet, low-maintenance pet, there are fish.
Fish are great to watch. An aquarium can be very beautiful and relaxing. The pro is that they are very quiet and clean. The con, well, you can't really play with a fish.
No, you definitely can't pet a fish. What about rabbits? They're small and cute.
Rabbits are very cute, and they can be affectionate, but they need more care than people think. They need lots of space to hop around, and they have a habit of chewing on things like electrical wires.
Oh, that's dangerous. So it seems every pet has its own list of pros and cons. The most important thing is finding a pet that is a good match for your home and your lifestyle.
I completely agree. So I guess the great debate continues.
You know, Natalie, I was scrolling online yesterday and I saw the strangest video.
Oh, really? Let me guess. A cat playing a tiny piano?
Close, but not quite. This was a man walking through a busy park, and he had a giant parrot on his shoulder.
No way. Just casually? Like he was walking a dog?
Exactly. It was a huge macaw, one of those with the bright blue and yellow feathers. It was just looking around at everything. It was a bold choice for a pet. It got me thinking, though.
About getting a parrot? Max, please don't. Our podcast studio is not big enough.
No, don't worry. It made me think about the pros and cons of having unusual pets. Animals that aren't your typical cat or dog.
Ah, okay. That's a great topic. Let's start with birds then. What are the good things about having a bird as a pet?
Well, the most obvious pro is that they are beautiful. The colors, the feathers, they're like living art. And many of them can chirp beautifully. They almost sound like songs. It could be nice to have that sound in your house.
And of course, the main attraction for parrots, they can talk.
That is amazing. Imagine having a pet that can greet you when you come home.
I'd want it to say something useful like, Natalie, you left the oven on.
Or, Max, it's time to do the dishes. But that brings us to the cons. The sound isn't always a pro, is it?
Oh, definitely not. My neighbor had a cockatoo when I was growing up, and it was so loud. It would just scream.
Just scream? About what?
Who knows? When the mail arrived, when a car drove by, when it was Tuesday, it would just be screaming.
Okay, so noisy is a big con. What else? I've heard they're quite messy.
Very messy. They drop food everywhere, and feathers. You have to be prepared to clean their cage and the area around it a lot.
And something people might not think about is their lifespan. Some parrots can live for 50, 60, or even more years.
That's a huge commitment. It's not a pet you get for a few years. It's a pet for life. Your whole life.
All right, so birds are complicated. Let's move on to something even more exotic. How about monkeys?
Ooh, monkeys. I think they are adorable in nature documentaries, but as a pet, I'm not so sure.
Well, let's start with the pros. They are incredibly intelligent and so playful, it would be like having a little friend to interact with.
But isn't their intelligence the problem? A smart animal can get into a lot of trouble.
That's true. I imagine they could learn how to open doors, cupboards, maybe even the refrigerator.
Exactly. It would be chaos. You couldn't leave them unsupervised for a minute. They're also really, really messy, even messier than birds.
And they need so much emotional and social attention. It's like having a toddler forever.
Yes, a toddler who can climb the curtains. And what happens when they grow up? A cute baby monkey turns into a large, powerful adult.
That's a scary thought. They are still wild animals. They can bite and be very aggressive.
And it's hard to find a veterinarian who knows how to treat them. Plus, in many places, it's not even legal to own one.
Okay, I'm convinced. The cons for monkeys seem overwhelming. Pro, cute and smart. Con, almost everything else.
Agreed. Monkeys are a definite no. So what's our last animal? Let's try something completely different.
Okay, let's talk about snakes.
Snakes? Oh, wow. I have mixed feelings about them.
Most people do, but let's be objective. What are the pros?
Well, a big pro is that they are quiet. No noise at all. That's a huge plus compared to the screaming cockatoo.
Very true. And they are very clean. No fur, no mess, and they don't need constant attention.
Right. And you only have to feed them, what, once a week? Sometimes less.
So in some ways, they are very low maintenance, but the cons are pretty significant.
Let's start with the biggest one, the fear factor. So many people are terrified of snakes.
Definitely. It would be hard to have friends over.
Exactly. And then there's the feeding process.
Yes. The, mice? I don't think I could do that. Having to keep frozen mice in my freezer, it's a bit much for me.
I completely agree. And they aren't affectionate. You can't cuddle with a snake. And some of them get huge. A small corn snake is one thing, but some people get pythons that grow to be several meters long. That's not a pet, that's a roommate.
So it seems like with all these unusual animals, the challenges are quite big.
I think so. The main theme is that they all require a lot of very specific, expert care. It's not as simple as putting out a bowl of food.
You really have to do your research and dedicate a lot of time and money.
My conclusion is, I think I'll stick to looking at pictures of them online. And now we want to hear from you, our listeners. What do you think?
Yes, are you a cat person or a dog person? Let us know in the comments and tell us why.
And if you have a different kind of pet, we'd love to hear about them too. Do you have any pets? Tell us all about them.
That's all the time we have for today's episode of the Immersive English Podcast.
Thanks so much for listening. We'll talk to you in the next one.